Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my Let Go to Grow podcast. I am your host, Passionate, and this is a safe space that I have created for women, men, non-binary, and everyone in between, where we can dive into the areas in which we desire to grow, possible reasons as to why we're not achieving specific outcomes, and things we may need to let go of in order to grow in the areas we wish to evolve in. Whether that be people, places, environments, you name it, honey, we talking. So go ahead and grab you a blunt, a glass of wine, your notebook, take some notes, because after some of these conversations, you might need to. But most importantly, this is a space filled with love, laughs, and healing. Thank you for going on this journey with me, and let's get into the episode. Welcome back, everybody. I have not talked to y'all in so long, and I am very apologetic. Full transparency, Ashadi has not had the funds to be able to pay for my podcast subscription. So yeah, I just feel like the last few months I haven't been releasing anything because I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to like record and edit and post and all that stuff just because it's all through my subscription. So it was just kind of like a little break with that, but also I was feeling like creative's block as well. So it just kind of fell into that moment where I was like, damn, I don't even know what to talk about to you guys. Like, I don't want to just come in here and just talk about gibberish nonsense and you guys are like, what the hell is she talking about? I don't resonate with shit. So that was just another reason why I didn't like pay for it as well, because I'm like, feeling creative's block. But I am very, very happy to be back, and I've honestly missed this setting. I've missed talking to you guys. I've missed this microphone, computer, and just this whole process of releasing podcast episodes for everybody. So for those who still follow me and listen to me, I appreciate you. I love you, and sending positive energy your way all the time, always. Happy New Year's. It's March, but this is my first episode of 2025. So happy New Year. Woo! I'm very, like I said, I'm just so freaking happy to be here. Very, very grateful to be back, and I'm better. Okay. Better than ever. Also, happy Black History Month to all my melanated, beautiful people out there. I hope you guys celebrated your ass off. And even though it is March, I hope you are continuing to celebrate, and I hope that you celebrate every day, every year for the rest of your life. But since, February is dedicated to us beautiful Black people, I hope y'all live that shit up. I'm just really, really happy to be here. Give me uno momento, because I'm about to spark this blunt real quick. You probably heard my torch in the background, so apologies for that. I haven't like smoked in a minute, so I ain't gonna lie, that's a lie. I smoked this morning before I went to work, but I was like recording this episode multiple times, and not gonna lie, I was gonna do video with this episode, but it was just causing me too much problems and headache and frustration, and I kept getting like distracted by my dog and my cat. So it was just like I had to keep stopping and starting and stopping and starting, redoing the video. So I was just like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna try next episode to introduce video, because I need a little bit more time fiddling with that to like really know the process and learn the process and get more just comfortable with the whole video and audio editing kind of thing. So that kind of frustrated me a little bit, and usually I wait till like mid episode to spark up, but I need to do it now. So quick little intermission. If y'all smoke out there, use this time to light your shit. And if you don't smoke, grab your glass of wine or grab your journal and take some notes. No. So first and foremost, how's everybody been doing? I hope that your days and just this New Year's have been treating you wonderfully. Mine has been very, very, very fast-paced movement, I should say. It's been very, very fast-paced movement just because, like, first of all, in January, my man got this music opportunity to compete in this competition, to be able to like, win, I think like, what is it? I don't know if it's recording time, or he gets to go to like the studio and meet with like, certain big label studios to kind of just, network and get his name out there more. And then also win a chance to go to Miami and compete in the top 5, I believe. So he did perform. He did make the top 5. And we ended up going to Miami literally 2 weeks after fucking being in LA. All this is in January, right? This is January, maybe going towards a little bit beginning of February. I'm not sure. The little time dates is a little blurry for me just because it was moving so quick. But we ended up going to Miami 2 weeks later, and it was a blast. Unfortunately, his thing got postponed, so he did not perform out there. But since everything was booked, we still was like, fuck it, we're gonna go anyways. And he networked out there. It was a time. If you have not been to Miami, definitely go to Miami, guys, because it is a whole like different world culture out there. It's so beautiful. It's like a Latin LA. Like I feel like that's the best way I can describe it. It's like a Latin LA, like so much culture, just it's very beautiful out there. The air, the water is just like I love it. I loved it. That was my second time going to Miami because I had went a few years ago like on a girls trip. That was super fun. And but this is my first time going with my significant other, so that was definitely a memory that I hold near and dear in my heart. But so anyways, to like kind of get on topic of to why I had brought that up. Like I said, life's been moving really quickly, and my man has been getting a lot of just doors being open because of his music career that I'm very, very super extremely proud of because my baby has been doing his shit. But I don't want to say but because I just sound so negative. But I've like honestly been kind of moody, like not recently, but during that last retrograde was when I was feeling moody. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the retrograde was in Pisces. I know all of my Pisces placement babies were affected by that retrograde, just feeling really like emotional and like into themselves, not really like involved with like their environment around them. And I know that during that moment and during that time, I was very like irritable, and I don't know why. Like I was very irritated with my man a lot, and he didn't really do anything to deserve it. Like he was just getting attitude for no reason. And I honestly didn't even know why it was happening, but I'm just like, bro, like I just don't have the energy to like talk. I don't have the energy to conversate. I don't have the energy to do shit low key. Like I didn't have the energy to really talk to my mom during those times, like conversate with family and friends. Like it was just like I just don't like, I don't know how else to describe it other than like I just don't I just didn't. And I had to really like look into myself because I'm like, why am I acting like this? Like why is everything just so I'm taking everything to heart, like everything is just really like penetrating my heart, but I also don't have the energy to deal with it at the same time. It was very like it was a weird state to be in. And I don't know if I was the only one that was going through something like that, but I know that me personally, like it was just a weird state for me to be in mentally and spiritually, kind of feeling lost within myself because during that time and in that moment, like I said, I hadn't been recording or releasing anything because I haven't had the money to pay for my subscription, right? And so during that time, not being on a schedule routine with like my podcast, my goals and stuff like that, it made me feel down. It made me almost feel slightly depressed. And while I was very proud and supportive of my boyfriend during his endeavors and just him elevating and stuff like that, it almost kind of made me look at myself like, well, damn, I'm with this man that's doing this, and that. Like, what the fuck am I doing? What do I have to offer? What do I have to offer to the fucking table? Because, like, while I am very proud of him for doing what he's doing, I don't want to be dead weight. Like, I don't want to just ride his wave and I don't have shit going on for myself. Even though mentally, I know that's not true. Mentally, I know I have stuff going on for myself. I'm a very independent, capable woman, and I have dreams, goals, and ambitions of my own. But sometimes what I've been, like, learning, especially as a Leo, and I don't want to always throw my zodiac sign in there, but I really feel like that shit plays a part into a lot of stuff, right? Because Leos were very first of all, our zodiac sign is the sun. We're ruled by the sun. Planets in this whole freaking galaxy, well, not galaxy, but this whole like universe, whatever, or is it galaxy? Yeah, it's a galaxy because we're like no. But anyways, every planet in the solar system revolves around the sun, right? So it's like, while I'm not intentionally going out and seeking attention, it's almost like I expect it, because it's like, I'm a Leo, bitch. You don't have a choice but to notice me when I walk in the room, you know? So it's like, when the fact that I'm like with someone who has more of the spotlight than me, it's like, whoa, I'm sorry. That almost like sounded very jealous. And maybe, honestly, like, being real with my freaking self, maybe is a little bit of jealousy in there, but it's not jealousy in a sense of like, he doesn't deserve this, I deserve it because I'm a Leo. Like, no, that's not how I'm trying to present it. What I mean is, because first of all, he deserves every freaking bit of success that he's getting. He works his ass off. I see that shit every day behind closed doors before people even freaking know what the song sounds like or even how it's cultivated. I'm hearing the rough drafts, the raps, the writes, the rewrites, I'm hearing all that shit. And so I know that everything that this man is getting, he wholeheartedly deserves it and more. Like, he deserves all the flowers that he freaking can get. He deserves all that shit, period, point blank. But also at the same time, like I said, I don't want to be somebody's like dead weight. I don't want to just be in the spotlight because he's in the spotlight. I want to have my own spotlight and us both shine together type shit. It's like, he has his spotlight, I have my spotlight, and together we're a fucking explosion of like light beams. You feel me? Like, I want to be equally yoked with my partner, pretty much is what I'm saying. And so the fact that right now we're not equally yoked, it's like, takes a big hit on my ego a little bit, because I know that we're both at the beginning kind of stages of our evolution in our career and just evolving as people individually and together as a couple, So I know there's going to be times where I have the spotlight and he doesn't. He's, in the back supporting, clapping, wooing, you feel me, with everybody else. And there's times where that's going to be me with him, where I'm in the back clapping, wooing, screaming, cheering him on with everybody else, you feel me? But I just want to be in the freaking position already where, like, everyone else is clapping for us. We're both in the spotlight and everyone is clapping for both of us, for both of our individual achievements, and the fact that we're accomplishing shit and we're just a fucking dynamic duo. Like, that's literally like what I mean when I say that. And so the fact that like I don't feel equally yoked to my partner makes me feel like, what do I have to offer to this relationship sometimes, even though I know that's just, self-doubt and maybe imposter syndrome a little bit, because it's like, when I think of the reality of it, I provide a whole lot to this relationship and he provides a whole lot, and in a lot of ways we are equally yoked because we balance each other out in certain areas where the person, may not be all the way there. And like, there's areas that I lack that he picks up for, and that's why we are that's why we complement each other, because in areas that he lacks and I pick up for, and it's very much a partnership with anybody that you're with, So just honestly, like, with this shift and stuff like that, like, I had to really learn to be okay with not being in the spotlight, and to be okay with having like a creative block a little bit. Like, it's okay to feel like creatively blocked sometimes, because shit happens, sometimes you need to go through a little bit more stuff in life in order to have some shit to talk about. And that's what I had to come to terms with. I just had to go through a little bit more in life to have something to talk about to you guys, so I just wasn't just rambling on here. But that's, yeah, like I said, that's something that I really had to like learn to be okay with, is having a partner that's just, more developed than me, if that makes sense, like career wise, just more developed, just progressed more right now, And so in that moment, I kind of had to like learn, okay, well, if these are areas that I feel like I'm lacking in, how can I not feel like that no more? Like, what can I do to elevate those emotions and make it to where, I feel satisfied with where I'm at in my life as well, while I'm supporting my man in his elevation with his life and his career also. It's definitely been about finding balance. And that is a big lesson that I learned, was just finding balance between everything, finding balance between me chasing my goals, my career, while handling responsibilities and stuff that I need to handle, while being a girlfriend, while being, a supportive girlfriend towards my man's career and stuff like that. Like it's a lot. I know other people juggle a lot more than that, being parents, being husband and wife, whatever your job may be that might be more demanding or something like that. Like, I know a lot of people struggle with way more labels in their life than the ones that I named, but that's my reality. So those are the ones that I named. Just, self-identity and life responsibilities, and also being a part of someone else's life as well. It's a balance, finding a balance between all of it. And so what I really had to learn was sometimes it's cool to chill with your partner and everything, but sometimes when you gotta do shit and get your shit together, it's okay to be like, all right, babe, I'm about to go in the living room for a few hours, and I'll see you when I'm done. I need to record something, or I need to do this, or I need to handle this. I would really like to be present with my man, but when he's here, I like to be very present. I like to spend quality time. I like the physical touch. I like the, just all those good love languages, just, cuddling and just being present with your partner, spending quality time and stuff like that. I love that. So when he's here, I'll be wanting to just do that, but sometimes if we have more time spent together than apart, it's like, okay, well, where do I fit in the other shit that I need to do? Where do I fit in recording an episode? Where do I fit in doing homework? Or where do I fit in, so on and so forth. Just other examples, where do I fit in these times to pour into myself? And so that's just the balance that I've been learning to find as well. Okay, as much as I like to be present with my man, there are times where I need to be present with myself and handle my responsibilities. And I'm not always going to be able to just be present with my man all the time. Sometimes we may only be able to be present with each other for 4 or 5 hours out the day instead of the whole 12 or whatever. Side note, I know there's 24 hours in a day, but most of that time, or at least a good 8 hours of it, we're asleep. So it's 12 to 16 hours, you feel me, that we're actually awake in the day for the most part, depending on your sleep schedule, but on average, yeah. So it's just a balance finding with all of it. And I had to learn to be, what's the word? Really just got out of my freaking procrastination. Honestly, it's really just been a lot. The whole elevating and growing, the energy shifts with the retrograde and stuff like that. It really put me into a deep procrastination mode, because even during the time where I had writer's block, I noticed when that shit ended, because I felt motivated to record an episode, right? But because it had been so long since I actually opened my laptop type shit, it was I kept mentally putting it off and making it seem like I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. But in reality, I just didn't know how to deliver the message properly. So it was just a lot with that. But those are just some things I had to kind of learn within myself and work on within myself, not trying to not lash out at people who don't deserve that energy because I'm frustrated within myself, that stuff isn't okay. And trying to find the balance between pouring into myself, handling my business, and pouring into others, because that's a lot of energy exchange, work within itself will fucking tire you out. I work full time every week. I am on the same schedule. My manager just copies and pastes that shit, and I work the same shifts every single day. I'm off on the same days every single day. And so it's sometimes being in that repetitive cycle really can just get you down a little bit, because it's there's nothing new in your life. There's no room for new experiences and just different energies and stuff like that. It's like every day is the same day unless you make it different, you know? And so that's what I had to really like learn too. Is just like I had to really like seize the day and take advantage of the time that I have, you know, like not lollygagging and just sitting around and stuff like that and just being lazy and letting my procrastination take over me, because that's honestly what I was doing for like the first month and a half of this year. Like I think maybe mid-February was when I kind of started to really break out of it. And like now that it's March, I'm like, woof, we made it. Nigga, we made it. No. But for real though, like it was just oh, a lot. It was a lot. And I do plan on having an open conversation like with my man on my episode, maybe this upcoming episode, just depending on how everything lines up. We did have an episode that I had released before this. It was like you know, gems on manifesting love, and it was a really beautiful and insightful episode, but I felt like the quality of it was really bad. Like it was like one of the worst videos quality wise that I released, because it was just a lot of skipping in there. Like certain times you couldn't hear what I said or you couldn't hear what he said, and it was just really rough. Like the editing of it was really rough, and I take full responsibility for that, because a part of me was like, I don't want to release it, but this is the only episode and I can't fix my edits, so I'm just gonna fucking put it out there. But after being out there for a while, it made me cringe looking at it, because I didn't want to listen to it. I didn't want to do anything with it, just because I knew that the quality was not what I wanted and I felt like I could do better. So needless to say, me and May will be re-recording that episode and releasing it in a couple weeks. But it might be a little bit different. It might be a little bit different, just because since that episode was released, we've been through different shit, and so you might have like a different message depending. But I yeah, that's what we have to look forward to coming up and stuff. But getting back into just the presentness of where we're at right now, I am very, very proud of the work that I have been putting in, though. Like, needless to say, I'm very proud of it, because even in those moments where I felt extra, what's the word, irritated, antsy, you know, stuff like that, and I wasn't expressing myself or communicating properly, I was still self-aware enough to notice those qualities and do active things to try and change it and be better with that, you know, because it was just a mood that I know I didn't want to be in or stay in. And yeah, like I said, I'm just proud for the elevation that I continue to go through each and every day. Some new stuff that I've been like doing lately. I've been reading more. Currently, I'm reading this book by oh snap, I forgot her name, and my book is not near me, and I don't feel like going to grab it. But it's like something St. Clair. Is it Scarlett St. Clair? Anyways, I don't know if I'm right, but it's something St. Clair, and she writes like these romantic comedies, or not, no, not romantic comedies, but it's like a dark romance when not. Um and so pretty much like it's about Persephone and Hades' love story and just everything that they went through in order to be together, and all of their challenges and obstacles they had to face because of it. So yeah, it has been pretty interesting with that. And I'm super happy that I've been getting back into reading, because it's just honestly really, really peaceful. Also, taking the time to journal more and just being intentional on getting outside and getting fresh air and connecting with the nature has been really therapeutic for me, in order to like ground myself and center myself. I Since it's been cold and stuff too, like I haven't been able to go outside and ground, which is pretty much just, you know, like putting your bare feet in the grass, or like, you know, to just feel more connected with Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and really regulate your nervous system. Because I swear, the moment my feet touch like grass, I'm like, whoo, like I can just breathe. And it's the most peaceful feeling ever. But since it's been cold, I haven't been able to do that, because either it's been muddy or the grass has been wet, and I'm not about to stand in no cold ass wet grass. Like I'm just not gonna do it. So It's been just certain things and certain spiritual practices that I haven't been participating in order to function at my highest self, you know? And stuff like that happens, to be honest. Like sometimes our routine gets thrown off. Sometimes we fall short on stuff that we usually do or that we normally do, but there's nothing wrong with that. Like I am very much a person that like over criticizes myself and judges myself a lot and things. So when I start falling short on certain things that I usually do or that I know I should be doing, but I just am not, or I don't have the motivation to, like I am really hard on myself. Sorry for my little breaks. I am smoking, so if I like pause or whatever, just know I'm hitting the blunt. Also, yeah, go ahead and join the sesh, guys. Go ahead and join the sesh. But it's it's everything is really a learning experience that I've learned with life. Like I said, I am usually hard on myself, but it's just because I know my potential, like I expect a lot of great things out of myself. And so when I fall short in certain areas that I know is for my personal growth and self elevation, I am my worst critic. I am my own worst critic. So in a sense, like I do like that aspect because then it keeps me like pushing and striving and thriving for more. But also at the same time, it's like I have to really learn a balance between giving myself grace and, giving myself shit. Like there are moments where we do need to be hard on ourselves because we've just been procrastinating. Like in those moments where you're procrastinating, yeah, be hard on yourself. Tell yourself to get your ass up and get to the bag. You feel me? Get your ass up and handle your responsibilities and your priorities, okay? Because you need to get it together. But there also are times where it's like, even if you're doing your best, like if you're doing your best and you're doing everything that you can be doing, there's no need for you to be hard on yourself. But instead, those should be the moments where you offer yourself grace and recognition and just appreciation for like what you've been able to accomplish thus far. Because I had told a customer one time she was being hard on herself for like not doing so and so that she had planned on doing that day. But I had told her, I was like, if all you're able to give is like 40% today, that is your 100%. You gave all that you can give. And if all that you can give was only 40% of which you would normally be able to give on like your best day, then you should still be proud of yourself because you gave it everything that you had. And she told me, she looked at me and she was like, thank you. She's like, I really like appreciate that perspective. Like, I like that. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, you should be proud of yourself and offer yourself grace through every like part of your journey and stuff like that, because it's like, say if you're a person who goes to the gym and you're used to freaking, I don't know, squatting like 225, but it's the moment and you're like on your cycle and you're tired and you feel more like weak and fatigued and you're only able to do fucking maybe like 190 or whatever, or 180. Like you should not be beating yourself up about that. You should not be being hard on yourself just because you have a bad day or off day or something. You're not able to perform at your fullest potential that you can. Like, we all have off days. So like I said, if you're only able to give 20% to the day, you're only able to give 50% to the day, you're only able to give 40, whatever, like as long as you did your best to give as much as you could, you gave 100%. And with that, you should be proud. And I tell myself that same thing. Like with that, I should be proud if I gave everything that I could. And if it just wasn't what I wanted it to be, I should still be proud of what I was able to accomplish anyways, So just a little food for thought, just a little love message to you guys. Just don't forget to offer yourself grace, but don't offer yourself grace in the moments where you know that you're procrastinating. Like when because we know when we know, okay? I knew the very moment that my creative block went from I deadass don't know what the fuck I want to say to I know I don't want to say, but I just don't have the energy to actually pour into it. Like I knew the moment my procrastination started, and I knew the moment when it stopped because now I'm here, So It's just all about being self-aware, knowing what you are capable of, and embracing it, and not being afraid to go after it, not being afraid to call yourself out on your shit too, because sometimes we need that wake up call from ourselves. Okay, not everyone is always going to be there to point this and this out that you need to be doing. Okay, because people have their own lives. We're grown. Your parents are not about to be on your ass like you need to do your homework like you were when you were 10. Okay, this is the time where we need to be on our own ass, where we need to take accountability, where we need to hold ourselves accountable and stay on our shit. Okay, because you feel me, I haven't released an episode in months, and my mom has not called me and been like, girl, Passionate, what are you doing? You need to be, she didn't do any of that. Like, I was doing it for myself because I'm a grown ass woman, and you feel me, that shit is my responsibility. So just putting it out there, guys. Nobody's about to be on your ass telling you need to do this. We are grown, okay? Damn well you need to get up in that kitchen and wash them dishes. Damn well you need to go up in that room and wash them clothes, fold that laundry. When it comes to your career goals and your things that's going to get you out that 9 to 5 that you love doing, whether it's freaking dancing, whether it's making music, whether it's you working at a fucking grocery store, but really in your heart you want to be a nurse, it's going to nursing school, it's taking those classes, it's holding yourself accountable, because no one else is going to hold you accountable but you, period, point blank. So with that, I hope you guys take all the gems that I had dropped in this episode. I hope, like I said, I hope the New Year's is treating you well. I hope you're going after your goals, your dreams, your ambitions this year. I hope you ain't making no excuse as to why you can't, because can't should not be in our vocabulary, guys. Okay? We learned this in 2nd grade. No. But can't should not be in your vocabulary, because you can do anything that you set your mind to, as long as you continue to work hard as much as you pray. Okay? Pray hard, work hard, baby. It's an equal balance, 50-50 of both. Okay? Don't slack on one side. You feel me? God is only gonna meet you halfway, but you got to do that work. You got to do that work. Okay? What Rihanna say? Work. Yeah. What she said. Okay? You got to do that. It's much love, guys. I'm pouring so much love into each and every one of these listeners that listen to my episode. I hope that you take everything that resonates with you, and whatever doesn't resonate with you, leave it here. Leave the energy here. Send it to a family member, a loved one, friends, your spouse, whoever you feel like needs to hear it. And because maybe some of the messages that didn't resonate with you will resonate with them. But I love you guys, and like you guys know, what I like to do at the end of all my episodes, I like to send us off in a high vibrational prayer. If this is your first time listening to my episode, like I said, you can replace, God with whatever else aligns with you best. You feel me? If you're not religious, but you're more spiritual, or if you're not even spiritual or religious, but you just want to listen to some good stuff being talked about, you can replace God with, Mother Earth, energies of the universe, whatever helps you be able to receive the message, receive the prayer, receive the good positive energy, so you're able to transmute it into more love in your everyday life. So let's get into it. Dear God, dear Yeshua, dear higher power, I am coming to you in prayer that you cover each and every one of us that are listening to this. I pray that you continue to just push us, motivate us. I pray that you continue to pour love into us, show us our purpose, our light, and remind us of our power, remind us of our purpose and what you sent us on this earth to do. I pray that each and every person listening to this episode breaks out of their procrastination. I pray that we all are able to pour into our crafts, our ambitions, our dreams, and our goals to be able to really thrive this 2025. I really feel like there are a lot of millionaires in the making in this year, and this year is our time to shine. Whatever revenues that anyone has listening to this, whether, like I said, it be dancing, it be music, it be some type of entrepreneurship, it be just showing up for yourself more, getting in the gym, whatever it is that you feel like you want to do to help elevate yourself. I pray that every single person listening to this is able to really seize their life, take control of their day, and just freaking boss up, because we all are deserving of it. We all are deserving of the finer things in life, the best things in life, but we're only deserving of it if that's what we put out into the universe. So I pray that whatever you put out, you receive, that you get back tenfold. And I pray that it is more positive energy than negative. And I pray that we all just glow up and reap all the beautiful fruits of our labor. Okay? Because like I said, millionaires in the making, baby. So whatever your craft is, your entrepreneurship, your business plans, honey, dive into it with no fear. Jump in the deep end, no floaty, okay? Put your all in trust and faith in the universe and God, in yourself, okay? Because as long as you trust in yourself and trust in the energies around you that they're not going to fail you, there's no way that you're going to fail. You're only going to succeed. Even in the lessons, you're only going to succeed. And I pray that we no longer let fear run our lives. In your name, I think I pray and I say amen and ashe. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. And until next time, may we all let go of the things that don't serve us in order to grow in the areas that do. Mwah.